How do y'all expect me to do some bike content when it's always rainy? Okay, dude, can you stop distracting me from making this video? I made 5 intros already, but we keep playing. Anyway, so since you already started the work, let's just make a different type of video. Here it is, guys. So if y'all don't know this bike, it is, man, let me just stop moving around. It is a 2022 XSR 900. I should have said Yamaha XSR900. You probably know, if you don't know, they had a first generation. This is their second generation. They did a couple, tweaks here and there. But I don't know, it's the same bike, but also not. You can look up the pictures yourself, but here it is. We're gonna do 5 things I love or like about my bike. Start with the first thing. These are not in order. I didn't really order them from my most favorite to But first thing comes to mind, I guess, is the power, the torque, the engine, the CP3, right? Bro, this thing is mad strong. I'm talking about that strong. Don't worry about it. Sorry. It's so responsive. Any gear, to be honest, whether you're in, first, second, third, fourth, it pulls like why is it so dark over here? Can we get some light? It pulls like a mother. I can't even tell you how good it pulls, bro. You just gotta get on one yourself and find out, or you get onto an MT09 because it's basically the same thing, right? Other than the styling, of course, and all that shit. But the base, the engine of it, the base of it is the same, which is the CP3, Yamaha's famous cross-plane triple. Okay, as you can see, triple exhaust. They have their CP2, which is on the MT07. That's a famous parallel engine as well, because that thing sounds rowdy. My friend just put an exhaust on his R7. Okay, we're getting off topic. Anyway, and that shit sounded nice. But okay, so yeah, the power, guys. Any gear you want, that shit just goes, okay? And it revs up to about 13, all the way to 13, but it's usually around 11. That's when I see it top out, 11 or 12. It is phenomenal. The power, you don't really feel it until your 5K, 6K. That's where this thing really shines, and you can really feel that's when your butt starts to lift off this thing, and it pushes. I think that's why they made the seat like that. Okay, because they know this thing, so it's it's like you're naked. There's no fairings. It's just your neo retro cafe, racer type of bike, and they know you're gonna be going dumb speeds on this thing, right? So with other seats, if they made it the old seat, you would just slide the shit off, right? But with this, I think the reason why they made the stock seat with that shape, which is over here, is so that when you're freaking busting 180 miles per hour on this thing, it can just scoot you back in that little pocket. Obviously, just like a sport bike, right? This is styled like a sport bike. It has literally battle axes on it. What? That's for a sport bike. Most people that I know, they're changing to Road 6s or Road 5s because it's a little bit more practical, and it's all day, all season, stuff like that. and like people say it's a little quicker too, so we'll see about that. Maybe I'll change the tires when I wear them out. Look at them chicken strips on the front, bro, but the rear don't got it. Kind of, you can kind of see it. I'm such a pussy. Transmission is nice. Clutch is soft as shit, bro. You guys wanna, like, it's nothing. Moving on to number 2 is the styling. A lot of you might not like the styling, okay? Like, I know, like, it's like, you guys are probably like, oh, it's like a fake Z900. Oh, it's like a fake, you know, it's like that, like, it's not really your old looking, you know, cafe racer. It's a more like modern type, so like a lot of like old heads are like, sorry, I don't mean that in disrespect, old heads. Like, I respect all ages. I don't give a damn. Just treat people how you want to be treated. But anyway, most of like the older people are like, even like some of the younger people too, they like that. If you're gonna go for the old style, you might as well just go all the way. But for me, guys, I don't know about you, but I like it to be looking where it's like semi-old, right? But you got some like bits of like 2023 in that bitch, you know? I want it to look like 1967, but I also want it to look like 2023. Slap a couple, you know, things on there, like the dash, the TFT dash, you know. Okay, so my favorite part of the bike, styling wise, is the tank. Like, I don't know if y'all can see how magnificent this tank is, but like, I think I've talked about it a lot of times in my videos, but when you're just staring down at it, this looks phenomenal. And like, where the vents are, it just looks so it looks so badass, like from an angle. Like, bro, that tank, right? And then obviously, ever since, I mean, it's not the stock seat, but ever since I got this seat, I'm tired of your videos, Dad. You never play with me. See that, Odin? You have hair everywhere. But yeah, my seat, guys. This is from Kelpie Custom Moto. This is the seat right here. I don't know if y'all can see. The lighting kind of trash, right? Here you go. It's a little bit better, right? Can y'all see? Any who's and any what's. You're on my dead platform, so that's probably why you're moving a lot. They basically use this. Oh my god, I hit my face. They basically use the stock seat from Yamaha. I have my tools, stock tools. Very nice. And yes, they do add. A lot of people have been asking. They do add more padding, and they ask like what your weight is. So I'm about like I told him my walking weight is around 170, 175. So he makes it according to you and how tall you are as well. I'm 5'10", so yeah, real nice, man. Like, material is nice. Like I said, man, when the suede is changing colors, that's how you know it's good suede. Let's put this back in the bike. So yeah, that tank is just a beautiful thing, right? Like, that it's my favorite part of the bike. Every time I'm staring down at it when I'm riding, and when I'm looking at footage, I love staring at this tank. Like, it just looks so like beefy, you know? Like, look at it. And then when you look in the front, see the freaking vents too. Like, I low-key want to change this to the carbon fiber like piece right here. the whole upper piece right here. Change that to carbon fiber, but I've seen a couple people do it and they don't have like the vents put back in there, and I kind of want the vents put back in there because it'll look much better. But we'll see what we'll do with that. So, moving on to number 3. We're going to talk about the seating position, right? And how it is probably one of the most comfortable like seating positions I've sat on a bike. I'm 5'10", like I said previously, and I easily just like sit here and drive me like flat-footed, like chilling. You don't always have to tuck in. It's just like an ideal, like, I mean, I wouldn't say this is a beginner bike, but if you are like me when I first started and you were timid, and you know you got self-control, because I started off on a 636, right? And even though that's like nothing, that's like nothing to people nowadays because of the leader bikes that they're coming out with. But back then, that was a lot. Like 130 some horsepower was a lot for a bike, right? So starting off on that, like, I was very timid. So if you're very timid with this, and like you can just, you know, like you're yourself and you've got like self-control, you can just chill whenever you really wanted to, then by all means, because it has all the modes, it has all the gadgets, like, you know, traction control, ABS, all that shenanigans for all the rider aids, right? For you first riders. So I would honestly say this is a very good first bike because of what it offers and what it could make you, you know, it could make you a better rider in the long run. I wish I started off on this rather than a sport bike because, as you can see in my videos, I go a little bit more wild. I was not like this on the ZX6, I promise you that, because I was more scared of that in a way. Like this, you're more confident. Yeah, it's kind of bad that you're more confident and like you like test out more things, you know. But in the long run, it'll help you with navigating through dumb drivers and ultimately saving your life because it'll make your skills better, right? You need your skills to be better on the road to stay alive, okay? Are you with me there? Hope you are. But the seating position, man, it is comfortable. You can tuck in, you can scoot back and push your booty into the back here, you know, real nicely. Who is it over there? There's somebody out there? Yeah, man, like, especially now with this new seat, it's like so much more comfortable. Like I can like literally just, oh! Now let me just like try and balance. Anyway, dude, and the thing is light, okay? I forgot to add that in too. We'll just add that in, alright? The thing is light as shit. It's like only like a 400 and some pound, bro. Like with gas too, wet, right? It's only like 400 some pound, bro. Come on, man, there's nothing. Like you could literally like Alright, I waited literally like a whole hour for this thing to cool down. Okay, I don't know what the hell is wrong with GoPro. And I just bought this new Enduro battery, like the white one. That's supposed to be like better in the cold and last longer in a way, but like, bro, this shit don't work at all, man. This shit is a gimmick. Anyway, what number was I even on, bro? I forget. Seating position, yeah, comfortable, yeah. So a lot of people, so I think I mentioned how it was comfortable, blah, 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 sporty, how it like hugs your butt, yeah, okay. So a lot of people want to compare this to MT-09 due to the CP3, and like the nature of it, and it's basically the same frame with the swing arm extended out now, blah blah blah, you know. But ultimately, I've sat on the MT09, and it's not really the same. It's a little bit more upright. It's a little bit more like hooligan-y. Like you can like do wheelies easier. I mean, like not like you can't do wheelies on this, but this is more like, it's more sporty. It's just a tad more sporty. Like you're upright, but you're upright in like a sporty way. It's kind of weird. Yeah. So that's the seating position, and I think it's pretty comfortable. It's nice on my back, and you know, it's not like boring either, you know, because for me, I don't really like to like sit too upright, because then I'm like, oh, I'm just, you know, like so I kind of want that feeling of like I can almost always tuck in and also like be comfortable as well. So number 4, so this could be just a personal thing because I've never had it, but all the electronics. So I had a 2013 ZX6, and that shit had nothing. That shit was just bare bones bike, right? Like nothing. It had I think it had ABS, or did it? I don't even remember. But this has all of it. Like I'm talking about quick shifter, freaking cruise control. Like I've never even thought about having cruise control on a bike, and this just, and I love it, right? Riding down the highway when I'm just cruising, and I can just press on that button and just no hands and just ride, right? It's so nice. It's so nice, man. And with the quick shifter too, you just upshift without even like thinking about it. You just downshift without even thinking about it. It's so nice, man. It's so nice. And that's part number 4. Again, these are not in order. I didn't really put them in order. I just thought of them off the bat, you know. Yeah, definitely the electronics, like the whole screen and everything. Like I never had something like this. I only had your old tachometer, your tach, and like your regular, like, you know, yeah, just your old shit, man. All right, last, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like random too, a little bit. It's a little random. But the mirrors and passenger foot pegs. These are my favorite. It's like one of my favorite things on the bikes right here, on this bike right here. The mirrors, the fact that they came factory. So I flipped them. So these are upside down and they're flipped. So this is supposed to be on that side, up, and that's supposed to be on this side, facing up as well, right? But I swapped them so that they're facing down. This is facing in. Some people were asking if you can, on the page, if you can turn this. I understood this one guy. Not a lot of people understood him, but I did. So he wanted this to be on the inside, right? Rather than it being on the outside, because he's afraid when you... I have smacked one car. Only one, but that was because that was my mistake, and I like thought I had space, but I didn't. But yeah, the mirrors, these are the only mirrors that I've tried on like any bike, honestly. I swear. And they actually work. Like you can see stuff. Especially when they're up. Like now that I put them down, like you can't really like see like as much, because obviously it's just for style. This is just for the looks. But when they were upright, oh man, bro. I didn't even have to look like over my shoulder. I didn't have to move anything. I just looked with my eyes, and like I could see everything, the whole behind me. Like it was, these mirrors were so nice. So that's why I don't think I will change them. I think I'm just gonna keep them stock for the time being. I will change this, the handlebars. Not the handlebars, the grips, the handle grips. My bad. And then these, the passenger foot pegs. Why? Because everybody always compliments me on it. Everybody hates how their passenger foot pegs come all the way out, and ours just tucks sleekly
perfectly in, right? And it gives you that nice tucked in look. That's why I bought the tucked in license plate. Cause it, look at that flow. Look at it. So the fact that it doesn't have the stupid triangle tri-mount, like the little bracket, the metal bracket that sticks out from the frame right here, with the foot peg of the passenger, that is beautiful, Yamaha. The fact that you did this, I love it. And it looks weird when it's sticking out like, you know, like that. But, yo, Pooch, Pooch, make some that are like a little bit like shorter, right? But like and like a little bit more like doper too with like the foot. Oh yeah, I'll buy some. Y'all see how the chassis what is it called, like metal like guard or protector or like cover? Yeah, the cover. This shit from Pooch is like 90. It's like almost $100. Fuck that shit. I ain't paying that money for a piece of little aluminum, thin ass aluminum. I heard it like barely sticks on too. But that's my bike for you guys. Your 2022 Yamaha XSR900. If you guys have any more questions, let me know. Those are the top 5 things that I love about this bike so far. You know, honestly, that's like, what else can you love about a bike? Like, people make these lists. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's hard to think because like, what else? I mean, yeah. Hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe for more. And yeah. Made in China.